Presenting our officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Bobby Celso, National Referee. Second referee, Ms. Josie Del Rosario, FIVB International Referee. Let's welcome our starting lineup from our Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Let's begin with our team captain. She wears jersey number 7, Madeline Irenea Madayag. At number 1, Maria Lina Isabel Molde. Wearing jersey number 9, Marion Angelique Alba. At number 15, Honey Royce Tubino. Wearing jersey number 18, Cherry Ann Rondina. And at number 22, Cherry Rose Nunag. Starting libero is number 16, Tony Rose Ponce. Head coach, Mr. Dante Alinsunurin Jr. Presenting our defending champions, our Creamline Cool Smashers. Let's begin with their team captain. She wears jersey number 2, Alyssa Valdez. At number 1, Kyle Angela Negrito. Wearing jersey number 6, Janet Panaga. At number 14, Isabel Beatriz De Leon. Number 18, Diana May Carlos. And number 23, Jessica Margaret Galanza. Starting libero is number 11, Kyla Juliana Atienza. Correction. Starting libero is number 13, Denise Michelle Revilla.
Here we go, the starters of the Choco Mucho Flying Titans, the #1 team in the league so far. In all of the 11 matches that they've had against each other, this is the first time they're going to meet with Choco Mucho ahead of the Creamline Cool Smashers in our team standings. It is 11-0 so far, Z, for Creamline in terms of the head-to-head. That is an overwhelming number to look at. And Choco Mucho is hoping to break the streak today. And they begin with Cici Rondina getting a point right away.
Textbook play there. Pasa ni Cici, palo ni Cici, and automatically gets the point. First point of this match.
You know, I talked to her prior to the start of the conference. She said it's her mission to really become one of the best receivers in the league. She's in the top 10 in the conference.
That's right, and that has been the play so far of the teams. You know, targetin si Cici, pagurin si Cici.
Eh, di ba, yung pangalan niyan, Cici Rondina Papagod?
Exactly.
Creamline gets a point. Okay, see, sa simula pa lang, let's establish the fact that Kat Tolentino will be missing her 5th straight game.
Yep.
What is the value in terms of this matchup especially? Lalo na because she's already number 10 in blocking, right?
Right. I mean, yun nga eh, lagi ko sinasabi, so interesting how Choco Mucho so far have been, you know, missing out key players. Best Cheng, Duki Agunsanya, for a bit, Madi Madayag. But you know what, it seems like it's no problem to them.
No problem, says Tots Carlos. Our first long rally and our first long exchange won by Creamline 2-1. Massive, massive crowd. It is the hottest ticket in town. The Creamline versus Choco Mucho. And a lot of firsts here too. First time BDL and then Lazaro.
Yes.
Will be going up against their old team. Molde. Atienza with a dig. Ponce with her own. From behind, the push.
That's such a classic CC Rondina. You know, volleyball IQ is there. All the skills is there. So, you know, easy point for CC Rondina from the back row.
Easy for her.
Yes.
Jana Ejido makes it look easy too. Go ahead, tell us a story.
Well, Boom and T, like you mentioned, this is going to be Kat Tolentino's 5th missed game for her team in this conference so far. But another Flying Titan has managed to fly higher and step up, and that is Honey Royce Tobino. Now, Royce tells me she's grateful for the chance that Coach Dante has given her to unlock that potential and performance, and she credits the hard work she puts in training as key to getting more comfortable in that starting spot. And when talking about this crucial match, Royce talks mindset and doubling that effort into eyeing that semis ticket to book after this. Now, this report is brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app, available for 145 pesos a month. Back to you, Bumenzi.
Thank you very much, Jana. Honey Royce Tobino with 17 big points in their last matchup. She was the player of the match against SGA.
Exactly.
We were together when we interviewed them prior to the start, diba?
Yes.
And remember when she made the shift to Choco Mucho?
Yep.
And since Jana was talking about training, ngayon mas malapit na sa kanya. Mas madali na sa kanya mag-train. As compared to when she was with PLDT because of the venues of the training. PVL, her first point against her former team.
You know, it's so interesting to see the starting lineup for Creamline Cool Smashers. You see, you know, hindi lang sa skills, pati yung parang confidence factor. You know, they already put PVL, they already put Alyssa, they already got Den Lazaro Revilla. So, you know, parang they're really gonna be all out in this match.
Right. Royce looking for a check, none given. And Creamline will get their 5th point here against 3.
So far, 2 errors from attacks given freely to Creamline Cool Smashers. And so far, yung premier matchup natin in Tots and CC have started this much anticipated match.
Molden with the push with the left hand. Not good enough. Tots. The antenna touch. Sa sobrang lakas ng palo niya, hanggang ngayon, gumagalaw pa yung antenna.
Buti nga di nabali. Paano yun? Madedali pa tayo.
5-4. 4 will be serving 5 with the veteran Tobino. Goes to Denden. Tots papawi. Umiwas si Tobino pero pumasok.
That was a little bit high on Tobino's body line. That's why she let it go. But, I mean, Tots Carlos, sukat na sukat. And Tobino a little bit off in that defensive pattern.
6-4. It is essential for Creamline to win this match to keep themselves in the hunt. Valdez, return to sender.
Alyssa Valdez reading that one really well. Perfect timing, perfect height. Shut down on her former teammate, Abayag.
Alyssa also a best player of their last matchup with 12 points as Tots sends it wide. 7-5. First set action earlier today. Farm Fresh Foxies winning over a strong group Athletics in our first game. As Molde gets us going for this rally, goes to her former teammate. Lumusot. Alyssa Valdez.
Ponce a little too eager on that black pedal there, caught her foot, but that's our 8th point, going to our first technical timeout.
cause a lot of chaos in our team standings with a win today. While Choco Mucho has an opportunity to really get a semifinal seat and put some distance between them and all the other contenders. Mars will open up to Rondina. And Rondina hooks it away for her third point.
Si Rondina, you know, forte, talking about that cross-court shot. She makes it look so easy, but you know, you gotta get that height, you gotta get that angle, you gotta get that torque going on to be able to execute that kind of hit.
Overpass. Good reaction there by BDL. Rondina. Sinungkit yung bola. Madayag was ready for coverage. And Kyle Negrito sends it back. Or is it BDL who will be credited for this one?
That was Kyle Negrito, but rebounded also from BDL. This time, Rondina with 2 blockers in front of her. You gotta make sure she gets that low and fast sets. Get a one-on-one in front because she needs to capitalize with Kyle Negrito in front of her.
Let's set it up to CC, who approaches the runway. Off the rebound. Thoughts from behind. Doug. Mababa yung pasa. Good reaction there by Molde. But miscommunication between Alba and Nunag. And this is the biggest lead for Creamline right now at 4.
So far, reaction has been on point from the side of the Cool Smashers. Look at that, Pangs Panaga already on her way down, but was still able to put it back right away, catching the Flying Titans off guard.
Could serve again. Balik kay CC. CC over-adjusts there. That's an 11-6 count now. Wonder if Coach Dante will call time. Nope. Says you deal with it on your own.
Yes. And nandun din yung tiwala
Yes,
sa
exactly.
players niya na,
Right.
you know, I don't need a timeout.
Yeah.
They'll be able to figure it out.
The trust to try to rally back here. Good reflexes by Tots. Chance ball for Choco Mucho. Behind by 5. Ulit na naman!
I mean, again, we're talking about trust, and look at Mars Alba giving another opportunity to Cherry Nunag. This time, no defenders getting a touch on that one.
The average is around 7.7 a game here in the All-Filipino Conference. She's going to be big. Molde. CC finds a spot, and Valdez could not keep it in play. And this is what we mean about Coach Dante. Not calling that timeout, letting them deal with the adversity. As we look at the spike of the set, brought to you by Duncan, pasalubong ng bayan, and all of a sudden, that 5-point lead down to 3. Good first pass by Valdez. 3 straight points for Choco Mucho to be within striking distance.
A little too low on that one.
I was
Panaga,
sorry,
able to execute that.
No, I was just about to say, Park, kung ikakaliwa mo pa yan, diba, Ogunsanya is actually beside them.
Yep. And again, even with those 3 players out of the picture, Choco Mucho still managed to be on
Number 1, exactly.
Yes.
That's what I was going to say.
Yep.
As Creamline gets a point back here, Coach Dante asking for clarification on the non-call, but Bobby Celso says it's a legal play. As we look at this.
Oh.
Anyway, back to those, right? You see Kat Tolentino, si Des Cheng, Duque Ogunsanya right to the right of Des Cheng, and still, you know, number 1. And that has been the story of Choco Mucho actually this past few conferences. No, see, they really have been unlucky with some of those injuries. CC again, rolls it to the other side. Oh, they'll allow it. But that's the challenge.
Yep.
Right away by Choco Mucho.
Again, good reaction. This time on the side of the coach's bench. Coaches having a good time on the sidelines, but again,
That's their moment.
teamwork. Yeah, their moment. But again, that's teamwork on the side of the coaches.
Yeah.
You know, always be alert, always checking floor touches,
They might
line
see.
infractions,
They might
net
see things that
infractions.
the players and the head coach may not see.
Exactly.
Crucial point again on that exchange. This is for possibly just a 2-point lead or a 4-point lead on the floor touches. This is our first challenge of the day. It is, ano? We welcome you to our coverage on One Sports, the Pilipinas Live app, and of course on RPTV. All roads lead to Cubao today, the Smart Araneta Coliseum for this big matchup. And yep, good call.
He did
Bye.
get a touch on that one.
Yeah, yes, she did. Unfortunately, that's not the rule.
That's right. For those of you, just tuning in, just finding out technical rules in volleyball, if there's just a slight touch of the ball on the floor, that's automatically a point.
Panaga! Bangs Panaga with her second point of the game. We highlighted her numbers in the finals.
Good activation there on the side of the Cool Smashers.
Galanza will get us going for this rally, targeting Molde. Bunag will overcompensate for that one. Sumobra sa lihis.
Good play though,
Ganda.
side of the Flying Titans. Again, earlier we've mentioned that it's really about activating the middle blockers. Because, for on the side of the Cool Smashers, you got Tots, the usuals, Tots, Alyssa, Gemma, and para naman sa Flying Titans, Cici and Molde.
Tuloy-tuloy ang ating action dito. The push from Galanza, chance to counter for Choco Mucho, and a challenge here.
Yep.
A second challenge this time coming from the Creamline side. Is it a foot fault? But yes, I knew they were going to try to. I think it was from the CC stutter step. It wasn't her usual takeoff. She kind of shifted it because of the pass. So I wonder if it caused a little bit of a foot fault, but we will find out. So Kat Tolentino, again, fifth game out, as Jana mentioned, almost 10 points a game. And now, because she's such a two-way player, because of the blocking that she provides.
She's still in the top 10.
The top 10, to be specific, she is number 6 in blocking. And that really is the department that Choco Mucho has also really shored in this conference. Talagang mission ni Coach Dante yun na paganahin talaga ang kanilang blocking, as they have 3 blockers who are in the top 10. Maddie, Kat, and Cherry.
Choco Mucho actually the #1 blocking team.
Ooh. Yeah, because 3 of them are there. Now, speaking of numbers and ranks, Creamline in almost every conference, as we are going to see the result here, is the best spiking, best attacking team. Oh, they're challenging a different one.
That was Molde's landing, but still had part of her foot on the line.
Right.
So no.
Right.
No foot fault there.
Not the CC Rondina one. So it's an unsuccessful challenge. The score will be 14-11. I was about to say, the Creamline traditionally #1 attacking team, #1 spiking team. They're down to #3. What's the explanation there? Z, especially it is Petrogas and PLDT that are #1 and 2. It's just because Brooke Van Sickle and Savvy Davison, is that what it is, do you think?
I mean, overall, Boom, I've always thought how, Creamline has always been on top, #1, number one. But, you see all the other teams trying to catch up to the level that they've already set.
Sila yung standard eh.
Yes, exactly. And then so far in this whole situation, Creamline has more or less stayed on that kind of level. But and again, as you mentioned, Brooke Van Sickle and Savvy Davison, a good addition to their own teams.
Right. And those teams are still in play, by the way, as this block bounces out. So Creamline maintains a 3-point lead.
classic Dots Carlos, always finding the right angles to get her balls through.
Yeah, 5 points for her. So far, 5 points for CC. As good as advertised. CC challenge there on a receive. Molde set back by her former teammate. 16-12, Creamline forges ahead still. Awesome Live sports viewing is guaranteed with Signal yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Switch now and get up to 3 months with no cash out. Visit www.signal.tv/switch for more details. We are packed to the Raptors as expected for the sister act between Choco Mucho.
You got their brothers, I guess. The King Crunchers in attendance. The Criss Cross King Crunchers.
Creamline ahead by 4. CC from behind. Good reaction there by Galanza to at least keep it in play. CC asking for another one, but it is Royce who goes over the triple block. First point for Tubino.
And at this moment, Alba needs to activate play so that they get one-on-one blockers there.
Alam mo, maganda rin dito sa matchup natin, Z. Wala na yata player dito na hindi nasanay sa big game eh.
Yes.
Diba? Lahat sila, whether it was in college or now, PVL, nadaanan na nila lahat ng mga pressure, crowd, all of that, hype and all of that, diba?
More King Crunchers on your screens. You got Rex, Jaron, Jewel, Bemi, and again, Sumang, Kim, and Chu. Ang mga King Crunchers,
Isa pa yan.
grabe din yung laro nila ng isang araw.
Oo. 5-6. Yan, isa pang sanay sa big game, di ba yung mga ganyan?
Exactly.
Now they're watching a big game between their sisters who are fighting tooth and nail here in the first set, 17-14. Eliza Valdez, who was also one of the heroes in the finals in that 5th set of game number 2. Where, you know, Choco Mucho was ahead. Ooh, Maddie sent it over. Magkakataon pa rin para kay Molde. Bumalik. And Tubino, yeah. A bit slow on her reaction. Could not keep it in play. De Leon with 3 points for Creamline. More importantly, a 4-point lead.
This time, the Cool Smashers making the Flying Titans get a taste of their own medicine, blocking on point on the side of the Cool Smashers.
Timeout now by Coach Dante because padulo na tayo dito. We're approaching the 20th point.
Na ma-maximize. Okay? Okay, trabaho lang sa receive, opensa natin maayos. Pero pagdating naka-transition tayo sa kailangan natin sipagan pa.
Okay, Coach.
Okay, magmamadali.
Hello.
Sige.
Kalma lang muna.
Go. Easy. Tara.
Okay, Choco Mucho.
Coach Dante calling that timeout at 18-14. My conversation with CC prior to the start of this conference and going back, remembering the finals and remembering the 3 games actually that they played against Creamline. Remember, they opened against each other dito rin sa Araneta. Inabot yata tayo 10:30 ng gabi.
Yes, oh my
If you remember, right? And in the finals, she was saying that one of the biggest takeaways that she had is, nandun na kami. Lamang kami lagi.
Yes,
Sabi niya,
oh my
di ba?
goodness. 4th set,
Correct.
5th set.
Hindi lang namin matapos. Yung panapos na lang daw ang ano. So that's what they feel like they need against a Creamline team as somebody scraped the net. Oh, it is Mars Alba after the set. So errors here piling up for the Flying Titans.
Going back to what you said,
Yeah.
Boom, you know, maybe this year with the addition of Mars Alba and
Sila Royce, sila Mayan Mendres.
Mendres, you know, they're probably hoping for a better turnout of events in the sister act. But again, sabi nga nila, pride pa rin kasi, you know, itong
Oo
Cool
naman.
Smashers, yung mga ate, kumbaga,
naman.
hindi papataas yung mga mas bata. So far, that has been the story here in set number 1.
There is a reason why they are multiple champions. There's a reason why they're defending champions. There's also a reason why they are 11-0 against the Titans. Negrito shoots it to Alyssa Valdez. 20-15 CCS.
So far, the Cool Smashers seems like, you know, breezing through this match, catching the Flying Titans a little bit, you know, off guard. Parang medyo nagkakalituhan with their defensive patterns that we don't usually see. Something we don't usually see. Alyssa Valdez, they're there on the service line.
Who now, according to her, has broken the curse here at Araneta
Oh, yes.
Coliseum with her championship.
Yes.
The last conference. So okay na raw sila. Okay na raw ang relationship nila with Araneta. Gemma, we haven't heard from her. Gemma Galanza, don't forget. Ang pinag-uusapan natin kanina sa pregame, mga MVP, Todd, CC, natin kalimutan, nandiyan yung mga Alyssa, nandiyan yung mga Gemma.
I mean, it looked like it was a little too fast and low on that set, but you know,
That's what she likes though.
exactly. And as an outside hitter, you know, you're always gonna have to be the best in adjusting in sets.
Misreceived. Shaky.
Yeah.
Running attack. CC sends it back. Tots will set it up. To Gemma again. Choco still in it. Third point earlier ni Gemma. This one. There you go. Bounces out. It's the biggest lead, Z, at 6.
Yes, Luna getting a touch on that ball. Rather steep hill to climb here for the Flying Titans.
Lalo na sa dulo na.
Yes.
Creamline usually very good at protecting leads. Nobody home!
You know, oddly enough, this is not your usual Flying Titan form. They're usually the best in blocking the defense at the net and defense on the floor. But so far right now, it has been the question mark for them.
Hey, relax lang. Tinatrabaho nila yung puntos nila. Okay? Yan lang. Kalma lang muna tayo. Ang importante lang. Nakikita natin yung ginagawa nila. Nagiging problema natin kasi panay sila out of this pero gumagalaw. Huwag mo siyang habulin. Kung gusto mo yung line na kunin mo. Okay. Eh, lumalang pa siya kasi hinahabol mo siya. Okay, then, guys, alam niyo naman eh. Depende tayo kung sino yung tendency. Kung sino yung spiker, alam niyo maglalike, alam niyo mag-cross eh. Kung sino yung spiker, di ba? Oh, maximize lang natin. Makuha lang tayo ng momentum lang natin. Tsakay lang natin muna. Sige.
Kalma lang. Choco Mucho!
You know, Coach Dante, with that timeout, I feel not that he's giving up the set, obviously, but he's already trying to make them get a little bit of rhythms, just in case they lose their set. They regain a little bit of their bearings for the next set.
Definitely. I mean, it's always the story or it's always this opportunity for them to gain momentum that they can carry into the next set. Win or lose, you know, they gotta get that good feeling, that good energy, the body language that they're usually, you know, on top of, but we don't see it right now for the Flying Titans.
Oh, nalunod. Mars Alba with a couple of errors here.
Yeah.
And 8 set points for the Creamline Cool Smashers.
They're not connecting as good as we usually see them.
Well, this will be Mars Alba's first time against Creamline. So that was also an interesting factor. CC gets
PVL's
1 point.
there.
Yeah. Mars, 7 set points. Kyle Negrito closes the show for the first set. And Creamline winning 25-17.
So far, right now, Bots Carlos leading the charge on the side of the Cool Smashers with 6 total points in set number 1, 5 from attacks and 1 from block there.
We'll take a break. Chapter 1 of this sister act here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum.
Definitely. I mean, again, we knew that there's a little bit more pride into the equation of how things are going to turn out today, and on point on the side of the Cool Smashers, execution-wise, play-wise, although there were a couple of hiccups. But overall, you know, this is not the Choco Mucho that we know. Usually, they're strongest at the net and on the floor, talking about their defense. But so far, even miscommunication has been seen on the side of the ladies in violet.
You said a little pride. I think there's a lot of pride. The Creamline Cool Smashers, I know, being questioned and being tested this conference. They want to come out. They want to come out. They're so used to big moments and big crowds.
Exactly.
They want to come out and prove that, you know, they are champions still, and they really came out. Look at that, 15 attacks, 6 blocks.
Grabe.
See her, Vasho.
And we were just talking about, you know, Pangs Panaga, their best middle blocker versus 2 of the other middle blockers in our top 10 list. Talking about Nunag and Magayag, but so far, everything just working well on the side of the Cool Smashers. And yun nga, bigger picture, as you mentioned earlier, their face-off has been 11-0.
11-0.
So talagang they're gonna make sure that, you know, it's gonna be a 12-0.
Yeah, they want. That's what they want.
This day.
Yeah. Walang sister. And by the way, adjustment by Coach Dante Alinsunurin. Dina Wong will start the second set.
You know, maybe a little time for Mars Alba to see a little bit of perspective outside.
Hinga ng konti.
Hinga ng konti, exactly.
I did say that she's used to big games, obviously, as part of Lasal, won a championship before.
Yep.
But you know, this is also her first time here.
Yes.
So, you never know also. Baka naman may konting butterflies.
Definitely, as you can actually see, if we can put a camera on her right now,
Oh.
she's discussing things over with assistant coach Jessie Lopez, another, you know, good
Setter,
yes,
coach, yeah, trainer,
decorated
yeah.
setter on the men's division.
Correct. Tina with the slide. Tubino. Guard by Galanza. Tots does not get that one. 2-1. Choco Mucho as you look at the matchup, our premier matchup so far.
6 points for Tots, 4 for CC.
There is a certain look in the Creamline faces right now, and I'm looking at them. They're very serious today.
Definitely.
CC with a serious leap, gets the point, scrapes the line, and gives them a 2-point lead.
CC Rondina skipping around the court. Scores 3. You know, Boom, as you mentioned, the Cool Smashers looking very serious today because actually there's more pressure on them
Definitely.
to win this match.
Definitely. CC comes up way short on that one. 3-2. Choco Mucho, let's send it down to Jana Ejido.
Boom and T, Coach Sherwin Menezes spoke to me about the many implications this match has for his team, the Creamline Cool Smashers. And all he had to say about this was, and I quote, "The team is ready. Talagang ready kami lahat for every point and for every situation." He then mentioned that even with the many times he's faced the Choco Mucho Flying Titans, and even as sister team, sabi niya sa akin, it is going to be 100% competition on the court. And their plan to make that competition enjoyable. Now, as the Cool Smashers take set number 1 with lots on the line, you can check out the rest of the match on the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now or watch via PilipinasLive.com. Back to you, Boom and T.
Thank you very much, Jana. And you're right. You know, if Creamline loses, they go down obviously 7-3. Temporarily, as you see that emphatic block from Choco Mucho, temporarily that gets them out of the race.
Yep. But don't look now because
Ito na.
backing is back on the side of the Flying Titans.
Now you talk about pride. Hindi magpapatalo ang Choco Mucho dyan. Lamang na tatlo. Timeout, Coach Sherwin.
Hindi tayo pwedeng sumabay ng dulo-dulo dyan. Nagka-error tayo doon. Okay lang.
Yes, Coach. Yes,
Kasi may recipe. Di ba? Pwede tayo umikot. Okay.
Okay, hindi tayo magkarinigan. Senyas tayo kay Kylie.
Okay lang.
Walang problema. Let's go!
Brace yourselves as athletes and sports lovers have no-holds-barred conversations with Sean Ildefonso. Watch Sean Time exclusive on Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now. I like what Liza said at the end of that.
Yeah.
Na parang it's that crowd element eh. Hindi na sila magkarinigan. Nagka-miscommunication dun sa isang play. So they need to really refocus themselves here. 5 serving 2. Eliza in the middle, overcooks, no block touch.
Tots was asking Lai if there was a touch. Eliza acknowledging there wasn't any.
Oh, she wanted it back. She wanted that spike back. 6-2. Lunag. Straight to Denise. Tots. 7 points.
Ending that little run that the Flying Titans had. And again, that angle, man. She has mastered that one. You cannot defend that, you know, with your shoulders facing the net.
Yeah.
You really have to face her every time she goes for a swing.
Tina back to Molde. Back to Choco. Tina reverse. No, sorry, he does not reverse. Sungkit ni Negrito keeps it alive. And look at that counter-attack by Eliza Valdez.
What a transition on the side of Cool Smashers. You know, every time they get a hand on that ball, they try to go back to the pace that they have. Look at that. Good reflexes on the side of the Cool Smashers as well.
Naisip pa, no, ni Tots. 2 straight points. Molde. Maddie Checked by BDL, who, by the way, has 4 points here.
You cannot execute an A quick, or well, a B quick in this sequence, especially coming from a pass. You know, chances are blockers will be in front of the attackers, and a good execution and read there on the side of BDL.
Tubino. You know, ang irony dun, side to side sila bumablock dati, BDL and Maddie, for many, many years. We're not even talking about Choco Mucho lang.
All the way back to their college days.
Interesting, we see the duel now. 7-5. By the way, that breaks a 3-0 run of Creamline. Dots again. Dog by Tubino. Maddie with a power tip, gets a point back.
Maddie Madayag this time changing things, shifting it to off-speed attack, working for the Cool Smashers, or the Flying Titans rather. They're up at 8.
Crowd here at the Arena Coliseum. What has Dina Wong brought to this second set?
I mean, again, if you change setters, usually plays shift. And speaking of big games, we got a big star
Always,
in
so.
attendance.
Lagi nanonood ng mga big games ng
Yes,
PVL.
man, Vice in attendance here, of course, always supporting the volleyball events.
8-5. Overpass. A chance to counter here. Coach Sherwin asking for a violation. 5 points for BDL. She's making the most of this showdown.
You know, yan yung magandang makita sa mga middle blockers. Sipag tumalon, sipag pumasok. The joke is, they don't usually get the sets, but when they do, they have to deliver.
Valdez to Cici. Tina to Isa. Molde really has come alive in this conference in the absence, or even in the last conference, in the absence of Des Cheng, and has really taken that starting lineup. Isa Molde averaging 8.4 here in the All-Filipino. That will be her 3rd point.
Nice serve.
A lot of serve. Tubino seems to have problems in terms of her lateral movement.
Yeah. A little slow on the reaction also.
High ball na pa yun eh, di ba?
Yeah, yeah. Maybe, you know, you see both her knees
Right.
with support there. Could be a factor.
Could be. Couple of gettable balls, as they say.
Oh, wow.
What a touch. Fingertip. Ding. From Maddie. Second point of the match.
Maddie Madayag just coming out with a lot of variations in this match. It's usually, and it's mostly her tips and off-speed shots that get the point.
Good first ball there. Run and gun. 3 points on attacks rather, a block, gives her 4.
Good execution there on the side of the Cool Smashers. You cannot, if you're blocking something like that, you need to be established. So, you know, the balls get rebounded really well. CC was still moving in that one.
Huling-huli.
Just like that, on cue. You need to be established at the net if you want to get a kill block.
10-9. Bangs Panaga, we highlighted the value of that girl. There's a reason why she has won her award 5 times. And sometimes people forget that. Chance here to tie for Creamline. Ponce was ready. CC on the counter. Bumalik na naman ang bola. Bantayado si CC.
I mean, if there's one girl in the court that you need to make sure to get block touches on, it's CC Rondina. And again, this time still having 2 blockers in front of her.
Siyempre.
Yes.
3-0 run, Z.
Wow, 10-all, boom.
CC will roll it. Adjusting. Tubino from behind. Open to Gemma. Rebound. Dina chases. Off to Rondina. Bumalik na naman sa Choco Mucho. Balik kay CC.
I saw that coming. I mean, I saw the angle that she was trying to go for.
Lihis na lihis eh.
Because the last 2 hits didn't go through this time. Look at that. Nipis talaga nung angle na yun.
At yun lang talagang bibigay sa kanya, no? Tubino passes it to Rondina again. 9 points.
2 for 2 in that last sequence for CC Rondina. Again, unassisted play, but she manages to put it through her blockers.
Wong. Too strong on the serve, keeping Creamline just behind by 1.
Interesting also, Boom. One thing I've noticed that the Flying Titans have been giving their serves straight to Denden. And I mean, kung pasa lang ang pag-uusapan, Denden has been a solid force for the Cool Smashers.
Ooh, way underneath the ball was Royce Tubino, so we're tied again at 12.
Back-to-back errors on the side of the Flying Titans.
Gemma, one of the better servers, always on every conference. Papapawiin. And CCS takes the lead.
Solid 3-0 run on the side of the Cool Smashers. Blocking once again has been the X factor here. 2 blocks in front of Royce Tubino. No entry, says the Cool Smashers. Oh, nice serve.
Overpass. Bobby Celso says an overreach. Eliza Valdez right away contesting it.
Pinalo na, hindi na pala tatamaan sa set. Umatake.
Kukunin niya. Teka lang. Teka ko ang i-explain.
Hindi naman sinita.
Oh, Eliza walks away.
Bakit niya talaga?
Napalo na. Andi dito pa eh.
Pag mauna yung atake, sinong tama? Atake
Hindi.
o set?
Yung bola na andi dito pa. Kukunin niya yung bola.
Bobby Celso standing his ground, our up referee. That is a tough angle to see,
Yeah.
but this one is the perfect one.
Okay, there you go. I mean, that's always also a good sign of a high volleyball IQ of a setter.
Yep.
Even if
Go for
you're
it.
put to that situation, you would always have to try to attempt to set it because chances are it's going to be called a point against those hitting.
Pero binawi ka agad ni Eliza Valdez. May konting frustration dun sa swing niya. Pinalo ng matindi. Creamline with a 1-point lead. That's gonna sail out.
Point is a point. This time, Flying Titans looking into capitalizing on that momentum swing. 14 all, boom.
Second set action for those who just tuned in. Creamline taking set number 1. Balik kay Denise. Thoughts. Corner pocket shot. Puts it away.
Look at that shift. Mid-air. She's found so many ways to hit the ball cross-court down the line. And the thing is, with the same kind of power behind every swing.
Good receive there by CC. Underhand pass. Carlos says, squeeze me for the 16th point for the Creamline Cool Smashers. Back inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum, the Creamline Cool Smashers with 21 points here in the All-Filipino Conference. Their record is 7-2. They're looking to go 8-2 before they meet PLDT, who lost the other day in 3 sets. Surprisingly, as you see, the Choco Mucho Flying Titans with when I say this easier, as an easier opponent, only in terms of our team rankings. Yes, you never know, of course. On any given day, any team can beat you, but in terms of strength of schedule, team ranking-wise, mas madali yung opponent ng Choco Mucho. That's why Creamline needs to win today.
They need to earn more wins here because PLDT is actually right behind them.
Yeah, and they're going to play desperate too because of that loss that they experienced against Cherry.
Yes.
They look really listless in that game. As Coach Dante is, I'd pay good money to try to find out what he's thinking of right now as his team is down 2 off that service error from Tubino. Counter-attack, set back. Rebound. Dina, Molde. Kitang-kita ng Creamline yun, oh. CC from behind. Tots was ready for it. Calanza. CC nakangiti pa. Molde this time. Atienza with a slide.
Set.
Tubino was there. Molde in the middle. And Choco Mucho wins a long exchange.
This time, Royce Tubino moving really well
Better, right?
On the defense. They're making sure no ball will drop in front of her, but Isa Molde is swinging all hard here in that last sequence.
Yung approach niya kanina, alam mo na itutulak niya, kaya kitang-kita ng Creamline. Back to Denise. Nobody home! Gemma Galanza pounds the ball for her 6th point. Here's a spike of the set brought to you by Duncan. Pasalubong ng bayan.
Little hesitation there on the side of the blocking for Dina Wong. Good play executed by the Cool Smashers.
PVL sends it to the net. Keeping Creamline, or keeping Choco Mucho in play here, down by 1 with Maddie serving.
Really a tight race to 25, set number 2.
Gemma receiving. Rumicib, pumalo. Maddie on the run. Backtracking.
Good touch though on the side of Matayag. But not enough height and direction on that first touch.
Kyle also part of the top 10 in terms of serving, with her very unorthodox approach. Luna gets one back. This is important. She is important for Choco Mucho.
That's right. I mean, you always gonna get CC Royce with a double-digit output, but again, it's gonna be up to the other players. Even with Choco Mucho, you know?
That's out. Was there a block touch? Yes, there was, according to Bobby Celso. Coach Dante not contesting it.
Royce thought about it, but you know, if they do get a challenge, they will see that there's gonna be a block touch.
At may green card naman tayo dito sa PVL. 20 serving 18. Tina underhand to CC. We have seen that time and time again, and there is no accident there. It's incredibly practiced for sure in training. Nakaload up na eh.
Yep. And again, blocking. Well, two blockers always in front of CC. Talagang pinag-aralan ng Cool Smashers.
Biggest lead of Creamline in this set.
Ha? So guys, isang magandang receive lang na makapatay tayo. Makapatay tayo, then iikot tayo naman. Importante lang yung stop natin. Every time na mag-out sila, out of system sila, maximize natin. Hindi natin nakukuha ngayon eh. Ha? Oh, sige ha. Maging agresibo lang tayo kapag may out of system sila. Ha? Oh, sige. Go.
Hey, Choco Mucho, time and cry.
Massive crowd here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum at over 17,000. This is a preliminary game between these two teams who now really own the record of the biggest volleyball crowd in Philippine history, regardless of league or level, at 24,456, if I'm not mistaken. That's 5,000 more than the previous record, which was 19,000. You see, as Creamline now is lording it over and kicking at the right time here.
And again, sipag lang talaga in terms of blocking. Look at Bangs Panaga, always making sure she gets to the right spot at the right time.
Ooh, overpass! Oh, pero binigay! CC! Kyla was waiting for it. Mababa para kay Gemma. But you see where the block of Creamline is trying to funnel CC Rondina papunta kay Atienza.
I mean, that's the thing. If you execute the net defense well, chances are there's someone who's gonna be at the floor waiting for that ball, and napapadali talaga yung buhay ng floor defenders. In that case, Kyla Atienza, nakatayo na lang dahil nakaporma na yung blockers ng Cool Smashers.
Si Gemma naman nakaabang dun sa may down the line kung sakasakali. Speaking of, walang nakabantay sa down the line ni Tots. 13 points for her. Creamline looking focused and looking sharp and looking good so far. Look at that angle. Nobody home. Pangalawa na niya yan. Yeah.
This time, even with Tang Ponce on the floor.
Bernadette Pons has been a valuable sub for Coach Sherwin. Molde gets a point back. Down 3. Regine Arocha will come in for the very first time for Cherry Nunag to serve and sweep. This time nahuli si PVL. Hindi nakasara yung block. 20-23. Go back to Denise. Thoughts rolls it to the other side. Dina sends it to Molde. Doug. Counter attack. Maddie shuts the door on BDL.
Maddie with her usual swag right after that block kill. Look at that one more time.
Nakabang, nakabantay.
Good read there for Maddie.
Good press, and Coach Sherwin presses the timeout button.
Receiver ka ba ito?
Wait.
Okay. So ito ka lang. No. Si Tots na re-receive. Basic lang tayo, Tots. May ka lang konti. May ka lang konti.
Okay.
Oh, pero 3 ang palo, 3. Kaya, strong side, quicker. Sa Alaysa na to.
Okay.
Kahit ano mangyari, may receive, maganda. Walang receive, may mamamalo.
Yes.
Even Coach Sherwin looks like he's laser focused in this game. His eyes are beaming right now.
Will get every opportunity to make sure the Choco Mucho stays far away from them. Even with a 2-point lead here, tumawag ng timeout to make sure he gets the right pieces of advice across to the Cool Smashers.
Choco had a 3-point lead earlier in the set. Creamline has had a 4-point lead in this set. Denise again with a perfect pass. Look at that! Following the script. Thoughts, Carlos with a bazooka. Look at this play.
Well executed play. Look at that.
PVL seducing 2 players there. And Thoughts Carlos all alone. Set point.
You got MG in front, making sure there's a good block.
Royce gets 1 point back. 1 set point save. Marsalvo will come in for Royce Tubino.
Oh, interesting substitutions here. That's actually one of the stuff that we were, wondering about how Coach Dante will
Use,
make rotations in this much anticipated match.
So Alba will serve and defend.
Yes, which is she's very good at.
Right. She can also set to Dina Wong.
I was gonna say, pwede rin siya mag-back row attack.
Valdez. Coverage by Galanza. Balik kay Valdez. Cross court. And Valdez scores. Ponce unable to keep the ball in play. The Creamline Cool Smashers ahead 2 sets to love. It is Banks Panaga, the person we talked about in the previous or in the pregame with 7 points, 4 of them coming in this second set, and some breathing space for the defending champions.
scouting
We're seeing
reports.
it, eh.
It's really how you execute it on the game day. But again, so far, even when I covered the crisscross King Crunchers versus Signal,
Signal,
the Spikers turf,
Right.
it's really whoever gets the most or the more blocks out of the two teams is usually the one winning that set. And look at that earlier, set number 1, 6-0. Set number 2, 6-2. Still in favor of Creamline. And again,
So, Brian Bagunas says 72% spiking
God.
efficiency
Oh my
had
God.
nothing to do with it.
no. Kasi again, isang tao lang yun eh.
27 points on 26 attacks.
Grabe.
Oh boy, what a crowd here of over 17,300. Uy, may Coach Jesse, ano pa oh. Banner pa, Coach Dante. Oh. Coach Edget, sama nyo na, lahat dun. Oh. Gagaling ng mga coaches natin. And of course, Coach Sherwin, Coach Dante have history with each other in terms of their schools in Adamson. Nag-abot din sila both in Adamson at sa national team.
Yes.
Yes. So, good friends. And today, bitter rivals. And mas bitter ang panlasa ngayon ni Coach Dante because labang ng dalawang set.
Still very pensive on the sidelines there, Coach Dante. Still probably figuring out what he needs or what his team needs to do at this point. Set number 3, will it be a straight set victory for the Cool Smashers, or will the Flying Titans extend this one heck of a night boom?
Third set is on the run. The rebound off CC Rondina's attack. Kalanza, binantayan ni Wong sa down the line. CC from behind, binantayan ni Panaga sa gitna ng net. Negrito reverses to Tots. Of course she does. And a smoking ball still from that swing of Canoy.
Nice execution there by Kyle Negrito, having that luxury, choosing which of her spikers can put the ball down.
And this is the Creamline that we know, Z. This is the Creamline that was, in terms of their counter-attacking, traditionally, they've been the best counter-attacking team. Gustong-gusto ni Sherwin yan, mga rebound, mga hipo, deflection, and a chance to counter-attack. As Carlos has 14 points. Here in my list, it's 15, so we will check what's the official number. 10 for CC Rondina. In the 2 losses of Creamline, and even in that win against Farm Fresh and in that win against Signal, there were a lot of inconsistencies for Creamline. So even in wins, there were a lot of things that they believe they had to work on. Signal had a 2-sets-to-love lead and a 4-point lead in the third set, which they lost. And now they have a 2-sets-to-love lead here. Calanza. Valdez was there for coverage. Tots na naman! There is nobody more focused right now in terms of her look. Di mo pa nga mapangiti si Tots today.
Just really on a mission.
On a mission. Look at that reaction. Look at that reaction. No smiling today from Carlos.
So smile pag
tapos na.
Tapos na.
At panalo sila. Tubino. Blanca na naman. Molde had to adjust. Counter-attack again. Ad-lib play by Creamline. Molde easily taken by Atienza. Mababa yung pasa kay Gemma. Wong reverses to Tubino. Slide by Negrito. Counter-attack by Valdez. Denied. Carlos again. Denied. Good reaction by Negrito. Wong goes for the 1-2. It's still alive. But a challenge from the from the Choco Mucho Flying Titans on a floor touch. I originally thought it was Z. What did you see?
I mean, at this point when the stakes are high, boom,
Come on,
you gotta
don't-
get
come
all
on.
the opportunity.
Don't play safe with me.
It was, I think, Eliza going for that pancake.
Hula lang naman tayo. Manghuhula
Bad
lang.
angle, boom, dito.
Bad angle.
I can see, I can see. Let's just wait on the cameras.
The French fries was obstructing your view and your coffee. Thank you, Phil.
Yeah, thank you, Phil, and thank you, Sidney, for getting our fun.
Phil, of course, ating kaibigan nasa fan stream kasama ng ating mga matalik na kaibigan, Ayala Estoniero and Melo Tunay. And I'm sure a lot of other guests sa ating fan stream on Filipinos Live. In the meantime, 2-all, a hotly contested match here. Third set, the swing set, the most important set for Creamline. They want to finish it off. For Choco Mucho, they just want a chance to extend this, to regain their confidence and flow. All right, we have a decision.
Ooh, I think that's a no floor touch, yeah. Full and underneath that ball. Eliza Valdez saving
Look at that.
sequence.
So it will be,
Okay.
no, I believe a point will be awarded to Creamline,
Okay.
which is a waste
Yep,
because
yep.
they were in play. Choco Mucho had a,
That's the
Had a
risk
chance,
that they
yeah,
have to
yeah.
take at this point, boom.
not that time, says Eliza Valdez. Molde gets it back though. It's been a while, so let's hear from Jana Ejido.
Thanks, Boom and Z. Now, you've been constantly mentioning this laser focus within the Creamline Cool Smashers today, and with my conversations with them earlier, this is where they are taking preparedness to heart. Kwento nga sa akin ni Tots Carlos kanina, it is all in our hands. Lagi lang kami nire-remind ni Coach to stay focused and most importantly, prepared. In fact, Coach Sherwin also added to this conversation now. He has nothing but praise towards assistant coach Dante has placed upon the Flying Titans, and this always tests the composure of the defending champs. And so let's see how they approach this 2-0 lead on the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now. Back to you, Boom and Z.
Hey, you're right, Jana. Everything is still in their hands. They are not at a situation where they have to rely on other teams also, so they know they're in control of their own destiny here in this All-Filipino Cup, which is probably one of the toughest that they're going through right now in terms of the challenges of the other teams.
This is really a test of character, a test of mental strength as well. Kasi kung skills lang naman ang labanan, we know what they're capable of, but then they need to work as one strong unit tonight.
And to be completely honest, this championship is up for grabs.
Yes.
This is up for grabs.
Yes.
Tots giving them a 3-point lead. Everything working. 16 points. Pati yun. Dan Ponce.
That down the line spot has been awarded to Tots Carlos already. That's her spot. All the balls have landed to get her those 3 or 4, 5 points in the last sequences.
Pinirmahan na niya.
Akin na yan.
Pawad Panaga. On point from the pregame. 8 points today.
Always the heavier servers in the league.
Four-point lead. Crushing the confidence of Choco Mucho right now. And we go into a technical timeout with Panaga scoring her 9th point and her 2nd ace of the match. 8-3 is our score. Hey, do you remember in the finals also, this is the most Alyssa Valdez has played against Choco Mucho. Remember in the finals, labas-pasok siya. So look at this 17,400 crowd here at the Araneta Coliseum. Valdez, speaking of.
Yeah, on cue.
Alyssa Valdez today with 8 points, 12-point performance in the last timeout, player of the game. No need for her to come in and out of this game this time. 6-point lead. Maddie again, right there, shutting the door, but the play is still on. This time, Valdez on Maddie. Very, very tight. And Tots Carlos knows what to do. Unwraps the gift. And now we see her smile. And asks Isa if she's okay.
Hey, guys. Masyado tayo pinoproblema yung ginagawa natin, ha? Masyado pinoproblema. Kailangan lang tayo makareceive, then isa-isa tayo sa ginagawa natin, ha? Sige, go!
Let's go, Titans! Block nyo lang yung block nyo, te.
The other thing that Creamline has done so well here is contain, and I can't believe I'm saying this, contain ACC Rondina, who's averaging 19 points a match. She has 10 today. Our second best scorer of the league, above Tots Carlos at 17.7. And that's where the average of Carlos is. She is right now at 18 as we look at the Sports Vision Director, Sunny Barrios. Good to see Sir Sunny again. Attorney Aga Francisco, Rhea Navarro.
Miss E.
Of course, Eleanor de la Peña. Nandun ba si Coach Sherwin Malonzo? Nandun din ba siya? Na laging naka-coat ngayon? In the meantime, Creamline is coasting here in this set. And this is a product already of what has happened in the first 2 sets.
I mean, again, going back to what you said earlier, Boom, you know, Choco Mucho has yet to find the other missing link, talking about sino yung kasangga ni Cici in terms of point production. In their last match, it has been Royce Tupino matching her 17-point output. But today, it seems like it's just Cici making and struggling to make the points, actually.
Lisa Sato has not even seen action today yet. Monte gets one back at Tots Carlos. 5 serving 11. Back to Tots. Tots asks for it. Nobody getting the second ball. Napangiti na lang si Coach Dante Alinsulurin. He in that last timeout, you see how he's just trying to loosen up the girls now.
Yeah.
Ang bigat no? Ang bigat nung, if you're here in the venue, you kind of feel the weight on the Choco Mucho team.
And it's interesting because, again, the pressure is actually on the Cool Smashers to win today. Pero ang bigat ng body language itong Flying Titans.
Well, you know, the first point there is Creamline's used to the pressure also. Choco Mucho, in the meantime, as we said, this is the first time that they're actually ahead in the team standings in all of their crucial matches. And as we said, head-to-head, 11-0. So when you put it in that context, may pressure din on Choco Mucho to win.
Yes.
Because they haven't won against Creamline. PDL with a block breaker. Move brought to you by Honda Motorcycle. Inunahan yung double block.
Blockers a little too late on that one. You know, and I've been seeing Kyle Negrito hugging Dan Lazaro. You know, thanking her for
Oh, yeah.
making her job so much easier.
Both her and Atienza have been alternating today. And you know, Denise looks really fresh also. She hasn't played all the games here in All-Filipino. There are times that, di ba, naka-civis siya.
Yep.
So she's ready for this matchup. Obviously, there's that element of playing against your old team, your former team, for sure. And that is the face of Coach Dante, that just a bewilderment. Can't believe what he's seeing. 7 points for his team, 14 for Creamline. Cici will get it back. Finally gets one for herself. 12 points for Rondina. The spike of the set brought to you by Duncan, pasalubong ng bayan.
Acknowledging that no libero is present on that side of the court.
Free ball for Choco Mucho, down 6. Cherry. Hule! They saw the approach.
Again, blocking has been the main story in this match. Again, 2 blockers in front of the hitting attacker here. Creamline really doing a good job executing their homework today, Boom.
That's what it is. Execution has been very close to perfect. Rondina from behind. Atienza. Nobody taking the second ball. But they have a little cushion here anyway. Up 6. Rondina gets her point total to 13. Lunag with the serve to Galanza. No touch. Baba ba yung pasa, Z?
Well, the first ball was a little too tight. Kyla was actually good in making sure she gets her hand on that ball, but a little bit too low also for Pangs on that running attack.
Denise, perfect pass again, which results to that. 16-10, second technical timeout. Creamline still ahead. Arena Plus has Sticks to Sports. Welcome to our live, continuing, and exclusive coverage of the PVL All-Filipino Conference 2024. Boom Gonzalez, Z. Arvasio, Shana Ejido. Happy to have you with us on this Thursday evening, a much-anticipated match, and 17,400 here in Smart Araneta Coliseum on a preliminary Thursday. And millions more watching all over the world. Choco Mucho fans a bit shocked here that they're down 6 and down 2 sets. Reverse to Tubino. Again, the delay by the blocking of Creamline. And speaking of blocking, they get one on Eliza.
It was a little too tight at the net. Usually for out-of-system sets, you would want to have at least a meter from the net for clearance. Because usually, you know, you broad jump into the ball. It's also for safety, you know.
Misreceive. Chance ball for Choco Mucho. Cici from the back. Too low. She can't believe it. And Coach Dante Alinsunurin probably thinking, looking at the score and saying,
Yeah.
it's just that kind of day today.
Even actually that approach by Cici Rondina, it wasn't as fluid as you usually see from her attacks. A bit of hesitation maybe.
Overpass. 18-11 Creamline.
You know, whom I would usually say that's the point of the server, not the attacker at the net.
Thank you na lang daw.
Oh, half point sila ni Pangs.
I'll treat you to some fries after.
Magandang bola, ha? Isang magandang receive lang tayo, opensa tayo, score tayo. Then, guys, nakadalawa na tayo eh. Nakadalawang stop na tayo. Ha? Ulitin natin. Isang side out na tayo, then isa pa.
Okay,
ha?
sige.
Go, go, go! Let's go!
Hindi pa tapos, girls. Let's go! Titan! Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Coach Dante Alinsunurin appealing there to his girls. A lot of happy fans here at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. I mean, despite, I guess, who they're rooting for, they're just happy to be here, Z.
Yes, thank you to all the 17,000 fans in attendance.
They're just
Again,
happy to be here.
for an elimination match, boom. On a weekday.
Not too shabby. And they all have their creative ways of supporting their favorites. Shank again on the receive. And Creamline with its biggest lead here in the third and really looking to drop the hammer on their sister team right now. Molde right behind the blockers. Valdez wanted to get there, couldn't.
Better pass there from the side of the Flying Titans. And again, variation on Molde.
I'm looking at Eliza right now and she's so disappointed with herself that she couldn't get to that. They're
She did
up
get-
8,
yeah. She did get the other one earlier where...
Yeah, she did. But that's how competitive she is, you know?
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Historically, we know that she's beloved by her fans. Then with the low pass there, Valdez makes something out of it and says, "Squeeze me for my 10th point."
And that's something you would always see from high-level players. Kung hindi nakuha ng una, the next one, they make sure they get the point. And the sense of urgency to have that. Again, the competitive level is there.
Mars ginawa ng paraan. Here's a counter. Sa gitna. Alba helped up by Atienza and Valdez. As PVL scores her 8th point here on that swing. I remember talking to her also prior to the start of the conference and said, you know, she goes to a team where historically the improvement of the middle blockers is well documented. Risa Sato, diba? Si Pangs Panaga, Sen Domingo, naging finals MVP pa. Obviously, we all know what happened to her. Becomes an import after that. So, she doesn't get as much playing time anymore, obviously. And she went to this team and now you see the effect on her, no?
I mean, even if it's just a psychological factor that, you know, I move to Creamline, I know I will get better, even if maybe it's not as huge of a jump,
Right.
but you know that it's gonna work.
Because they put such a premium in their middle blockers Creamline does. That's the reason why attackers like Gemma and Tots have a lot of opportunities kasi bumubuka lagi eh. Dahil nga aggressive yung mga middle blockers ng Creamline. 21-15, and that's the reason why we said Cherry Nunag would be very essential here today. Unfortunately for the Choco Mucho fans, 2 points lang si Nunag. Madayag with 3.
2 attacks.
Yeah,
Block.
very limited today.
Kumpiyansa sa receive. Kumpiyansa.
Yes, coach. Open po.
Dito ka.
Okay, coach. Okay.
Lahat ng kumpiyansa nandun na. Okay, coach. May back row ka naman dito. Back row.
Yes, ready. Wait ka lang. Yes, I'm Maisha.
Kaya, ready.
Yes, coach.
Reaction lang. Pag nawala ng receive, mag-react lang kayo.
Yes.
All in! Creamline!
Speaking of happy fans, getting their shot from Derek Alneri, who's at the helm of this live and exclusive and continuing coverage. 21 for Creamline, 15 for Choco Mucho. Maddie will get us going for this rally. Still time to catch up for Choco Mucho here.
Okay.
Alba will open up to CC. The defensive formation of Creamline was set. Defensive formation of Choco Mucho was also set there because Maddie was there, but she could not keep it in play, couldn't get the up.
Look at the transition once again. It really has been big on the side of the Cool Smashers.
Trademark nila yan, partner, alam na natin. CC gets it back. Hinihintay ni Kyla. Cherry asking for it, but it's CC who gets it. Kyla says, bring it on. Gemma on the counter. Tubino with the one hand. Miscommunication on the side of Choco Mucho, and Creamline gets to 23 points.
The defense was there, but again, execution-wise, you know, you gotta commend the effort also on the floor.
No
But
question.
again, it's not high enough for the second touch or the third touch. Everything just going right for the Creamline Cool Smashers, except for Bate.
Look at her, despondent at the service error. 16 serving 23. Choco Mucho with only 1 loss so far in the tournament. That was against the high-speed hitters at the San Juan Arena. Calanza, the one-hand dig by CC. And CC finally with a block breaker there for her 16th point. Can they do the unthinkable here?
A lot of power behind that swing.
Kyle. To PVL. Match point. 7 of them for CCS. What a tough set. What a connection there. 9 points for Bea De Leon. Match point is in her hands. Rondina saves one. Serving 24. Rondina to Valdez. Calanza rolls it to the other side. And Choco Mucho saving a couple of match points. Two-zero run. Elisa with a perfect pass. 1-2 play did not materialize. Try again, says Kyle. Panaga sent back. It is outside, and Creamline does it. Straight sets win, and they stay spotless against their sisters, 12-0.
Again, Boom, they knew that they had to win today's match. And you know, at the end of the day, they want just to get that 8-2 record.
Yeah, they played with a lot of urgency today, Z. You're right.
They knew, because again, the pressure was on them, sharing that 7-2 record with 3 other teams. With the race to the last 3 spots. They're again backs against the wall here, and what a wait for the Creamline Cool Smashers to respond today.
Back inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum, that is the confirmation of the Creamline straight sets win. 25-17, 25-22, 25-19. And Jana Ejido, our very own, is with our player of the match. Jana, introduce us, please.
Thanks so much, Boom and Z. I'm here with our best player of the game, Bea De Leon of the Creamline Cool Smashers. Bea, congratulations. The team had to win this match. You were going up a formidable Choco Mucho Flying Titans squad. Tell me, how did you cope with the pressure and stay composed?
Malaking bagay na kasama ko sa court yung mga teammates ko na talagang hindi ako pinapabayaan. They're really by my side, and all throughout, they guided me. So yung confidence ko galing sa kanila, galing sa coaches ko.
And of course, as crucial naman this match is, tell me how it felt like going up against your team, the Choco Mucho Flying Titans.
At some point talagang kinakabahan rin talaga ako, pero nag-pray talaga ako kay Lord na ma-handle ko siya na maayos and to give me the grace to be able to handle this well. So yun, nagpapasalamat lang rin talaga ako na nandito tayo sa point na to ngayon.
And Bea, you have 9 points coming up from 6 attacks and 3 blocks. You and the team, the next opponent will be the PLDT high-speed hitters. Paano kayo magiging handa for this final match in the preliminaries?
Well, malaking game yun for us. Talagang we wanna be able to get that game para maka-sure kami sa semis. But yun, 1 point at a time, 1 game at a time, and aaralin, magpe-prepare talaga kami.
And of course, may mga gusto ka bang batiin ngayon? Go ahead.
Yes, hello to my family, my mom and my dad watching. To my wowo, I hope you get well soon. I know you're watching. Also to Sir Alan. Sir, hindi ka pwedeng tumanda. Get well soon, sir.
All right, congratulations once again to Bea De Leon of the Creamline Cool Smashers. She's your best player of the game, off of 9 points from 6 attacks and 3 blocks. Back to you, Bumenzi.
Yes, she is. Jana Ejido, congratulations. Bea De Leon tows her team to 8-2, which ties Choco Mucho in our team standings. Idol Petrogas is at 7-2. PLDT and Cherry Tigo also both idle today at 7-2. Let's talk about this game. Let's talk about the highlights. And let's talk about that first set, Z, because that really set the tone for this match.
That's right. And ever since with that big upset in set number 1, you know, it was hard for the Flying Titans to come back up. And again, you know, their number 1 scorer was denied at the net and on the floor. And that would always pull down the body language, the energy right away for CC Rondina to be contained that way. Always with 2 blockers in front, you know, you could already tell that the Cool Smashers have done their homework really well.
That's what it is, you know. All these teams have scouted each other so well when they play all the other opponents, but when you get on the floor, it's a matter of execution. And the word that I can think of in this game, only in this game, is Creamline look really sharp up there.
And to add to that, it's also the in-game adjustment. No, you know, as much as you scout on that day, you don't know how your opponents are planning to play against you. As we look at the standings now, this time, Creamline, since they won over Choco Mucho with that same win-loss and the points from that win-loss guard, they're now on top.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Kasi, iba, if they lost, even if they will tie with a couple of teams there, just from a point standpoint, medyo tatagilid sila against, you know, Petrogas, PLDT, and Cherry Tigo. Petro and Cherry, of course, beat them. So, that erases that. And I suppose, see, with this win, it also restores a bit of confidence with Creamline that they're riding the ship, that they're, okay, we're still on track. There's just a bit more challenge in this conference, but we're still on track.
Definitely. And again, a big win like this will give them so much confidence moving forward because, you know, we also saw a preview of who else will they face after today. It's still a bit of a heavy assignment. And again, it's just a happy and a big win for the Ribisco team.
Yeah.
All at the end of this day.
And for the Ribisco fans who have all showed up today, kahit sino piliin mo dun sa taas na yon, mahirap kalabanin. At tuloy-tuloy ang laban natin and tuloy-tuloy yung mga crucial na games. Nothing is for sure here in the PVL. Santa Rosa, a place where we have had such intense matchups, will have another one. 3 of them actually. Petrogas, they need to win against Galleries Tower. Cherry Tigo, they need to win against the Akari Chargers. And PLDT, they need to win against the Signal HD Spikers, who unfortunately have slid here in the standings.
A big game day at Santa Rosa. So we hope to see you there as much. We saw 70,000 fans in attendance. We hope to see a fully packed complex in Laguna.
Walang